Welcome back to the U-Man channel. My name is Oliver, and we got a new project today. Since it's April and it's still cold and snowing outside, I figured I'd start a new project. Last week we've been starting to put together our next R-Syndicate meetup in Indiana, and reminded me I had a little bit of, not really trouble, but just some unpleasantness with the water in the camper last couple outings. Water at the campgrounds is usually pretty good, but it could be sketchy, and even though it looks good, it might not be so good. Had a bad smell in there that I just have not been able to get out of the water tanks. So as soon as we get to the campground in July, we're gonna do a good clean water flush, or maybe I can get that done before I leave. But in order to prevent that, what I've done is I've decided to make a water filtration system. Started looking online to see what they had available, already set up, and the prices were ridiculous. I mean, we're talking for a triple filter system to take the water down to like less than a micron. We were talking $500, $600, $800, and I thought that was absolutely insane. Plus, when I went on the manufacturer's websites, nobody had filters. So I was like, well, what's the point of buying this filter system if I can't even buy the filters from them, which they're saying are so great? So I decided to take a trip over to the home improvement store and see what I could dig up and see what I could put together for myself. So let me show you what I found. I got 3 of these just basic generic water filtration housings. They're nothing special. They don't have anything but the relief valve on top and the mounting holes. I didn't get the ones with the shutoffs and all that other stuff. So those were about 16 bucks a piece. And then I got all the brass fittings. I decided not to go with plastic because being moved around and banged around, this thing I don't think would hold up real well to making it with the plastic. And then in addition to just hooking them all up, I decided that I also wanted to be able to tell what kind of pressure differentials I'm getting from the incoming water pressure to the water pressure after the first filter to the second filter and the third. That way, when the water's running, I can run some water and see where the pressure drops are, and that'll tell you what filter might be clogged up and need changing. So the other thing with these is that it gives you a lot of options. If you look online, you got all the different brand names of these filter companies, and they all want all kinds of money for this stuff. Oops, so be there. And they're all using the standard filter size housings. And you could always buy their filters if you really want their filters, but they'll fit in this thing too, and this is going to be a fraction of the cost. So what I did was, I just got the stuff they had at the home improvement store. First filter will be a 20 micron. So that'll take all the big stuff out. Then I went to the second filter, which is a 5 micron. This has also got a carbon wrap, so didn't really need that for the second stage. I was going to wait for the carbon for the final stage, but they didn't have anything other than these choices there at the moment, so I decided, what the heck, double charcoal isn't going to hurt. And then I went with a better EcoPure filter for the final stage, which will take it down to less than 1 micron. It's also got a solid, what is it here? Premium carbon with FACT Media and universal whole home filter. Yeah, I thought I saw something on here about had a solid carbon coating or something like that. But you see, I think they're all rated for about 15,000 gallons. So I don't think I'll have to change them out more than once every season or two, and I'm probably change them out every season, because if it sits over winter, that it's going to build up some bacteria or something. Just rather not deal with that. And they're cheap. It was like $6 a 2-pack, or $8 a 2-pack for these, and this one was a little more expensive. I think those are like $8 or $10 a piece. So it was like either 16 or 20 bucks or something like that for the EcoPure. And then as I go, I can always put better filters in it if I want to, if I need to, and we'll see where we go from there. Now you can see all the brass fittings here. I'm going to start putting those together. I'll get the whole thing assembled and then I'll show you guys, and then the next step after that will be I got to find some material and weld a frame for it. We're going to probably powder coat that frame so it could take some banging around, and we'll get to that all next. All right, about 15 minutes. It was all it took to get everything test fit together and put some of the monster PTFT tape on everything. And I like that blue monster tape a lot better than that cheap white stuff. Just seems to work a little better. Doesn't get all tangly. It's a little thicker, I think. Anyway, so now we're gonna put filters in between here, here, and here. And like I said before, this will be the incoming, which will give me the incoming pressure. It'll tell me what the pressure is after the first filter, after the second, and on the outgoing. And then I'll be able to regulate the pressure off of the spigot with my pressure regulator, or right before going into the camper. I haven't decided how I want to do that yet. So next step is going to be to get this stuff all screwed down tight, and then we can attach the filters and take some measurements and start designing a frame. Got all the parts assembled and put together, took some measurements. Next thing we did was found some of this extruded aluminum bar. And actually I even had some in black hard coating, so it's not going to be enough to do the base stand, but this will look pretty good for the top side. We're going to take this shorter, longer, wider piece there, and that's going to go in between, and that's what the canisters are going to get screwed down to. And then I got some other cross pieces just for some good support, make it nice and sturdy. So we drilled and tapped the ends here, and I'm going to get this thing bolted together now and see what we can do for a base. And there we have it. There's the final product. So I used the extruded aluminum. I had to go with some plain clear coated stuff instead of the black stuff because I didn't have enough. And we just screwed that together. Machined some clearance holes in the side so we can keep everything flush, so there aren't going to be any screw heads catching on anything. Got the pressure gauges all in there. Got all the fittings nice and tight. When we hook it up, we'll see if I got it so it wouldn't leak. That'll be a surprise when we get to the campground in July. And got our water hose fittings on there. We got the female on that end. And well, we have the female on this end, which goes to a male quick connect. And over here we have the female on this end, which goes to a female disconnect. So that way it'll cut off the water here if you unplug the hose, because it's flowing, you can see here, it's flowing left to right. So that way, if you unplug it here, water will run out of there a little bit, but if we unplug it on that side, you know, the hookup to the camper, it will stop the water from just flowing through the filters. So that'll wrap it up for tonight. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys can take a look at some numbers here I'll post and let you know how much I saved by doing this myself. I think I was somewhere in the neighborhood of less than half of the cost of the cheapest one I could find. So I'll put that up right after this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.